So, something festive.
Yeah, like ukulele.
What do you think, Jazmine? Uke?
No.
No. Really no?
No.
No?
No ukulele.
No ukulele? Yeah.
Yeah. My goal is to be able to finish some songs and be able to finish this activity and be better at songwriting than I was when I came.
Welcome to the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, the CMA Theater.
Thank you.
So good to see you.
And welcome to Words and Music Journey of a Song. And we're here for y'all to have an incredible experience and to take your songwriting to the next level, to get to work with some artists and writers who are at the very top of their profession. And we have the cameras here because we know that the work you're going to do this week is going to inspire other songwriters and also people who've maybe never tried songwriting to take up their pen and give it a shot.
I got started writing songs when I was about 7 years old. I had gotten into gospel, and it was kind of like me rephrasing things that I had already heard and making like incoherent statements. And eventually I got involved with the Country Music Hall of Fame, and that was when I started writing songs for real, for real.
I know you've generated a few, or you've come with a few different ideas to bring to these co-writes tomorrow.
Jazmine, what's your idea?
I'm gonna make you choose, 'cause I ain't never gonna be number two. I ain't willing to be nobody's fool, so I'm telling you to choose. I know you're used to saying what you want to me, but now that's about to end. I'm not your friend. You can get in your feelings. I'm not offended.
Love that.
Songwriting is a way to express how I feel, especially when I'm able to create something that I'm proud of. It's a way to show my musical inclination, I guess.
So, Jazmine, you're going to be writing with Shannon Sanders tomorrow, who has quite an impressive resume. He's executive director, creative of BMI Nashville. He's founder and program director of 102.1 FM.
I am looking forward to getting some advice on how to finish my song and how to perfect it and how to like make the audience feel like they're in the song and in the moment.
Jazmine is a super sweet young lady, super creative. And honestly, it was just refreshing just to hear her thoughts and her ideas and, you know, to be able to sense her bit of nervousness. It's refreshing, you know what I mean? Like you go into these rooms with people that do it all day, every day. They're used to that moment, you know, but to see somebody and to be with someone having one of their first moments, special.
You can get in your feelings. I'm not offended. That's all there is.
All right. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right. So in your mind, what are you saying? Like, who are you talking to? Where are you going? What are you expressing here?
I'm talking to a boy that like used to be nice to me, but now that it's all stopped, it's kind of got me wondering if he's had somebody else all along. And I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna be side chick. Like, I'm happy just being alone. Like,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, like we're not gonna play these games. Like
Yeah.
we're not doing this. Okay, so say it one more time. So play a singing record.
I'm gonna make you choose.
Okay, so what if we slow it down instead of do 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 do? So I'm gonna make you choose. Let's slow it down because you got time. I'm gonna make you choose, and then so play me the next like maybe 1-2 lines.
I'm gonna make you choose.
Yeah. Yeah, then we'll
'Cause
do.
I ain't never gonna be number two.
What if you do so you stay there. Now you got a pre-chorus. Maybe twice. You know what I mean? If you just sat there, like if you break that up, like that sets you up. Like that gives you, that's great for a pre-chorus. Like that DE thing is great as a pre. And maybe twice, that's great as a pre. You know, I think it sets us up later, but.
Betray my heart, betray my, and I was like, yeah, I like that. That kind of stuck out to me, just kind of with the simile. It almost feels like a perfect description of how I feel. It's just not exactly how I would say it.
She wasn't locked. She wasn't married to the idea. She was okay to open the idea up and share it. It wasn't like, this is mine. You know, she opened it up and she was able to say, this can be ours. So in that was the aha. Like, yeah, she's open and she's, you know, that will pay dividends for her for a long time.
I think like the ending of the pre-chorus should start to get away at that message. It's like, I'd rather not have anyone to, something like that. Want me to make me blue. The last thing I need is you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about, yeah.
They're going to give us about maybe 5 more minutes. So I
Okay,
think we
okay.
can. I know this is not the ideal way to finish up a song. What do you usually do if you're in a co-write and you're kind of running out of time and you're close?
Get back up. Let's hook back up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do this one. We can go. Yeah. Like, pull up on me. You can come to my studio, come to BMI, whatever. Come to the office. You know, we can talk to your folks and we can get you to come through, man.
That's really generous of you, Shannon.
Man, this is important, bro.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, we got to get this knocked out, man. It's got to be amazing.
Okay.
I'm competitive. This song's got to be crazy.
I love it.
When she rocks out, she got to go hard. Yeah. You know, just because you have a certain amount of time allotted to write it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen in that amount of time. It's more than, you know, what we have allotted for filming. There's more to this. You know, the song is more important than that. The story is more important than that. Jazmine is more important than that. And it's really about the opportunity. I'm glad we're able to capture it on film, but it's not about that. You know, and I want her to know that that's what it takes. That's what it takes to win. That's what it takes to succeed. That's what it takes to write the best song you can possibly write.
Not have anyone. Last thing I need is one more problem. Last thing I need is one thing to make me blue. Last thing I need is you.
So, Jazmine, you wrote Last Thing yesterday with Shannon Sanders and went over to his office at BMI and they finished the song. How did that go? How was that like chapter 2 of working on this in his office
That
at
was
BMI?
great.
What all went down?
I had written down some other ideas so that we could finish the song. We hadn't finished the chorus yet, so I had some ideas for the chorus. I was gonna put another verse in, but he just suggested that we keep it short. Yeah, after we finished the chorus, we kind of rearranged some things about the wording of the verses, the first verse, which is 2 parts, and the pre-chorus, just to make everything flow better and like build in breaths for me.
Oh, okay.
So Mr. Shannon suggested we have like an Afro beat and like keep the metronome at 110.
So Jazmine came in with really strong preferences and ideas for her music, which is awesome. I knew it begged for rhythm. I picked up a guitar and was just like hitting on the guitar. And then I brought some percussion instruments like a shaker and a kabasa and the goat toes.
Only a fool would play a game and not understand the rules. Give it all you got only to lose. Knowing you're the one that's number two, that's not cool. Only a fool would cast in front of swine a precious jewel. A heart so innocent and true, to have it handed back broken and bruised, that's not cool. Don't need another reason to betray my heart like treason. Don't wanna ever feel like this. Last thing I need is one more problem on my mind, one more thing to waste my time. First things first, my peace is what I choose. Last thing I need is you. Last thing I need is you.
I nailed the demo thing, like just knowing what I wanted and like, the whole arrangement thing, being like, nope, no ukulele. Wrong chord, this right here is this chord, and even the vocals, I'm not trying to brag too much, but
Yeah. I think your voice sounds really great. Records
you.
really great.
Sounds awesome.
yeah.
Come on in. This is Mike Molinar. He is here to talk to you a little bit about what he does as a publisher and give you some feedback on your songs and your performance today.
We like to say that we look for abnormally talented songwriters. So people that are the tip of the spear in talent, and if the lights went out and there was only a guitar in the room, they could write a song by themselves and it could potentially, be a hit, or it could move people. Music and songwriting is just another way to share, right? It's no different than sharing a meal.
Last thing I need is you. Oh, 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 oh. Last thing I need is you.
Awesome. Great job. Great job.
Thank you.
You have that last thing I need is you, which I think is an underrated emotion. There's not enough songs that are just completely pushing back, and I like it when you do it, but especially when it's fun, when it feels fun and it's up-tempo and there's some strength in there, and then you merge it with that lyric.
I understood where he was coming from, and I appreciated the feedback. I'm glad that the track was happy and that it was, because, like I said, in my mind, this is a positive song.
So, what I love is even in just guitar vocal, and because you mentioned having a track, but just guitar vocal, you can hear all of the rest of the production around you already. Like you can just, as you're hitting all of the rhythm of those verses, and then as it changes a little bit in the chorus, you can really, you already have your feels baked into the song, which is why, like, in a lot of times in our world, that like a guitar vocal will get it across because you can hear it, and you're already doing that. You're making a lot of music, making more music than you even know, just as you're performing that. Great job.
Thank you.
My name is Shannon Sanders, and I just had the most incredible time writing with the super talented and sweet Jazmine. Jazmine made my day. Being able to be here at the Country Music Hall of Fame and spend time with her, she made my day. I can't wait for you to hear the song we wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, Jazmine. If I had one piece of advice for up-and-coming songwriters, it would be just be real. That's it. Write what's real. If you simply write your truth, if nothing else is available to you in that moment, Your truth is always available to you. If you're experiencing what you call writer's block, then just write your truth.
There are many different ways to start writing a song. You can start with a melody. You can start with a like guitar line. You can start with a piano line. You can start with like freestyling, free writing, and just finding a word that you really like or finding a line that you really like, and it can be the one spark to start the fire.